Hi, it's me, Jazzy. I'm back with another tech-related video, and today it's another one of those mini mailbags. So this is a bunch of random stuff that's been turning up here at the Jazz Tech Studios that I thought you might be interested to take a look in. Some of it's stuff I bought from eBay, some of it's just stuff that's turned up randomly for videos. I've no idea what's in any of these boxes, so let's grab a handful and get them over on the bench and see what goodness lies within. Right, let's see what we got in this one then. I'm never quite sure. There's a lot of tape on this, what's in this or where it's come from, but I just don't even know where to open it. I reckon this edge. Oh yeah, this could be a winner. What is in here? Christmas lights. What? Wait. This doesn't look like anything I've ordered. It's the Christmas decorations. And well, they obviously used the roll of tape up, didn't they? Goodness me, what is this packaging? What? It's just random tat. Whoever it is bought a Dell Ultra Sharp monitor. What? It's a box within a box, is it? Is this just all packaging? Wow, I guess, you know, reuse, recycle. That's a bit mad, isn't it? The craziest bits of packaging I've seen. I hope it's not a Christmas tree. I didn't order a Christmas tree. Ah. All right. It's getting smaller. I reckon I know what this is. It's a transistor tester for my collection of antiquities. They've gone big on the Dell packaging. We've got some randomized bits of test lead. And lo and behold, a TTC transistor checker. All right, let's get rid of this. Okay, looks nice. This is a model C3022. Looks in nice condition, meter's okay. This is what I always look for in items for my collection, that they are in pretty good physical condition, because it's going to go on a shelf so I can look at it and enjoy it. But also we're going to have a bit of fun testing it, of course we are. It's made in Japan, this particular one. So what have we got on here? So you've got your transistor, PNP or NPN, and you've got your diodes there, forward and reverse. Okay, pop your transistor in there. This probably all need taken apart and a good clean up so we can get it to work. Got your collector, your shield if you've got one, your base and your emitter. So you've got general, adjustable, which you can use this, or high power. Wow, got to have high power, haven't you? And you connect your diode there, push to check. Right, unfortunately I didn't get a book with this, but it's a cool thing, isn't it? I think we'll do a little tear down and clean up on this in an episode. It's quite a cool thing, and we'll give it a test. Nice. Right, what's next? Okay, what's in this one? This is clearly fragile, whatever it is. Let's have a look. It really helps when you've got a shocking memory, because you have no idea what's likely to turn up. Right. Let's see what we've got in here. Oh, okay, I know what this is. Yeah. It is a Cambridge potentiometer. It's pretty old and I'm not sure if it's complete, but... Oh, yikes. Well, that did not do well in the post. Wow. Okay, there's no bits. Let's have a look. Let's assess. What have we got left? I'm fairly sure in the listing these were not this shape, but it's got no back to it or anything. So the thing is, even if it's no good as a whole, there's going to be some parts in here that can be useful, and it was very, very, very cheap. But it has suffered a bit. I knew about that damage. I saw that on the listing, so not worried about that. Really, it was just bought for parts, and it was like no money. So if I can salvage anything out of that, even these switches, look, you've got some nice switches here that could be used for something else. Whether it could be restored as a whole, whether it should be restored as a whole, I don't know. But it will yield useful parts. Because there's some good bits on this. Okay. The amount I paid for it, I think the postage was more than the item was, to be honest. It's worth it for... We've got a couple of good switches. There's a couple of bits and bobs that could be usable. But as a whole, yeah, it has definitely seen better days, unfortunately. But I'm not too disappointed. Look at that. That's rather nice, isn't it? So we've got some bits here that we might be able to use for a future project. And sometimes when something comes up like this and it's like silly money, I just think it's got to be worth it. I think it was £6, something like that. I'm pretty sure it costs more to get it posted. But anyway, it is what it is. Spares or repairs. Which it will be, I don't know yet, but we'll find out, shall we? Right, what's next then? Right, I'm seeing a Farnell box here. Now, I'm hoping this is the bits for our lovely little Farnell oscillator. Parts from Farnell to fix a Farnell. They're not Farnell caps though, I think they're Vichys. There you go, manufacturer Vichy, that's what you like to see, isn't it? Right, we're going to do a good old recap on this little oscillator. Look at all these goodies in here, fantastic. Don't you love a fresh capacitor delivery? Now, these should be all the bits for the Farnell LFP one, so we can recap it. These are Panasonic. Now there is also, these are a mixture of stuff here, so some of these are for the oscillator because they are axials. And axial capacitors are more money, not a huge amount more money, but when you need a lot of them it makes a big difference. Look at these, nice, look at that, fresh crop of Vichy axial capacitors, very nice. So these are going to look lovely in our little LFP one. So I should have here everything I need to replace the capacitors. Go with quality because I want to do a really good job on this oscillator, and then we can do the recap, and then we can put it back on the scope and see the difference it made. I think there's also some radials in here which are just for stock. I usually like to top up my orders with stuff that I need to keep in stock. Yeah, look at these Panasonics, 100 microfarad I think, from what I remember. Because I had run out of those 100 microfarad 25 volt. So these are Panasonics. As I'm ordering stuff, it makes sense to make up the minimum order quantity so I don't get a handling charge. Some Panasonic. Oh, there's some more there. I've also got a soldering iron stand here which I picked up, which is for my T12. I haven't really been using my T12 since I built the kit because I didn't actually have a stand to use for it. So I just picked this up. It's a multi-comp bog standard job, but I just thought as I was getting some bits from Farnell, I may as well get that. Now I might need to make an adjustment. I think it involves just moving this collar around, but that's, once I've done that, it will sit nicely in there. So yeah, just a little adjustment to that, and the T12 will sit nicely in there. It's a nice solid stand there. Also fits the Kiwi soldering iron as well quite nicely. Okay, well, worth getting as I was ordering bits and bobs. So there we go. Great. Now I can get on and recap the Farnell oscillator. Lovely. Let's get that out of the way for a minute. Right, okay, what else have we got? Well, it's from eBay, so clearly something that I bought off of eBay. But then I'm always buying stuff off of eBay, so let's have a look. Ah, interesting packaging. This is like supermarket carrier bag fest. And a wooden box. Okay. Anything else in there? No? Alright. Interesting use of carrier bags to pack it. I always check in case there's any loose parts or bits or cables, but no, that's all we got in there. We've got a mysterious wooden box with no markings on it at all. Okay. Ah, look at this one. Another little meter for my collection. I'm always looking out for interesting looking little meters because they don't generally cost much money. I think this was pretty cheap. I didn't pay, I think it was less than £10 I paid for this. And we got some probes here. I guess this is just a bit of packaging, is it? Yeah, just a bit of cardboard. All right, a random croc clip and a bit of cable there. I just like to look out for these little analog meters because I just think they look cool and they're always interesting to see how they work and to have a look inside. Plus they look cool on display. So I like to collect these because they're a nice thing to collect and they don't cost a lot of money to buy. Ooh, something is rattling about in there though. Wow, is that a battery or is that part of the meter? Right, well this is one that we'll have to have apart and have a look at. It's got something there. Not sure what that is. Right, so it doesn't look like it's got a battery or anything in it, but we can see the meter movement is okay. And there is definitely something very loose inside there. That's going to need, oh yeah, that's going to need some investigation. I'm going to stop rattling that around. Okay, but as part of the joy of these things, we've also got some instructions. I love stuff that comes with paperwork. Tells you how to use the instrument. Oh, okay. Even got a little schematic diagram in there and a parts list. Okay, well, from the sounds of it, it's gonna need a bit of love. This is a delicate instrument. Yep, it is. Avoid unnecessary jarring, like I was just doing. Your care will be repaid. Right, so given that we've got something ominously rattling about in there, I think we should have a quick look inside this one. I'm hoping it's maybe a battery or something in there. Sometimes when I buy these meters, they're usually off eBay, sometimes Marketplace, but usually eBay. And often they come from a clearance place that's picked them up in a house or workshop clearance, and there's no history. They don't know anything about them or if they're working or anything. Am I missing something obvious to get this apart? You would think that this would just lift off. Somebody's clearly had a go at getting it apart there. It's just stuck. There you go. It's just gummed up. I think that's the problem. Oh, well, it was a battery rattling around, and wow, that's not good, is it? Corrosion. Oh. Oh, what a shame. Okay, we got a bit of cleaning up to do. Oh, goodness me, look at those terminals. That's horrendous. This is the thing with buying stuff, as I was just saying, with an unknown history. You never know quite what you're going to get. But all the corrosion seems to be contained within the battery area, thankfully. It doesn't seem to have affected any of our components. Yeah, there's a few little flecks here, but I think with a good old clean-up and a bit of restoration, I think this can go on the restoration list. Well, at least we know what was rattling around. It was that. So it needs a good clean-up, get the corrosion off. Okay, so I think this is one that I can work on, and I think I'll have a look at this in a minute, and we'll do a little video on it, and I'll put that up, and we'll give it a clean up and give it a test and get it working, because I think it's worth it. It's a nice little meter. So we'll set that aside for a minute while I have a look what else I've got to open. Oh, don't lose the screws. I put those in the box there. Right, all right, what's next? Right, on to the next one. This is a bit smushed, isn't it? It's like held together with like masking tape. Okay. eBay simple delivery. So, right, another eBay purchase. Got to keep me off at eBay. There's always loads of undiscovered bargains out there that I definitely need. I remember buying this. This is a weird thing. It's some sort of relay. I don't even really know what it is. It was like £5-6, and I figured for that money, it's a project box, if nothing else. All right, let's get in a bit closer. Now, this is a ProLabo relay electronique. We got one and two, and we got Arrête and Marche. I think that's stop and go, is it? My French is not as good as it should be. Electronic relay. Definitely. I think that's stop and go, basically. But what it does, I don't know. And I did note that there was this big pole thing hanging out the back of it. The photo on the listing didn't really give me a lot to go on. Sometimes people put stuff up on eBay and the photos are rubbish. I'm sorry, people, but what is this? What is going on with this? You're supposed to walk around with it like this. What is this? This is most bizarre. Do you know, it's a bit like Thor's hammer, isn't it? Do you not think? Is that just me? Yeah, I'm losing it, aren't I? So what we got is 220 volts, 4.5 amps. We've got a serial number. Some sort of connector on there that looks a bit like an old school speaker connector. We've got a connector here which says PC port, I think, or something like that. PC something. Oh, how weird. But what's this all about? There's got to be somebody out there watching this video that knows what this is actually for, because it's extremely bizarre. I looked it up when I bought it. I looked, as I always do, I looked up the name and everything. Not a clue what it does, what it is, nothing like that. A good old MK plug. We love a good old MK plug. 7609. Okay. I wonder what it is. We're going to have a quick look in this one, aren't we? Let's have a quick look. I'm intrigued. I have no idea what I'm going to find in here. Let's just have a quick look. I don't really tend to take things apart on mailbags because it's more about the unboxing experience. But this has got me severely intrigued. I don't know, I literally just bought it. I think it's about a £5 and a couple of quid for postage. Not a lot of money really, and I'm thinking, well, the case is worth that to build something in. Is that it? Are we released now from... What have we got? More shininess. Okay, so we got, oh yeah, okay. Quite a lot going on in here. So yeah, we have got a big old relay going on in there. We've got some connectors, we've got a couple of capacitors, a transistor with a heatsink on it. We've got a couple of resistors there, one of which seems to have seen better days. What's going on with that? Hey, interesting. Alright. Another capacitor there. So, I wonder what that is. That's obviously voltage going out to something, isn't it? If we've got voltage coming in here, it's obviously going out somewhere. Is it some sort of switching distribution? But what's this? Is this some sort of earthing doohickey? There's very little point in me switching it on. One, because that resistor looks a bit past it, and two, I have no idea what it's supposed to be doing. I wonder if some sort of switching. No, but you definitely got something out there, which I would hazard a guess that is supposed to be power out of some sort, going by the cable colours. It's got YOH written in pencil on the back there. Nothing on the bottom. There's literally no clues. Nothing on the inside of the lid. There's literally no clues on this. I have no idea. For what I paid for it, there's a bit of gubbins in there. There's a useful relay and some other bits and bobs, and there's a case here that I could build something useful in. Unless someone tells me otherwise that this is a really useful item. I literally have not come across one like this before. It's clearly a relay for switching something. Ha. Answers on a postcard, or preferably in the comments section. Well, there we go, quite the random selection of stuff. I'm quite taken with this little transistor tester. We'll definitely be seeing this in a future video. I'll do a tear down and a little bit of light restoration, and we'll give it a try. And then we've got this relay device here, which I still have no idea what it is. Please let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions on what I could make from this, or what you think it may have been. In any case, it's been fun finding out. I always love these little mailbags, mainly because I've got such a shocking memory. I've got no idea what I've ordered or bought off of eBay. It just turns up here. Boxes turn up here all the time. It's part of the fun. Absolutely great. So thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed today's mailbag. I'm sure I'll make use of some, if not all of this stuff, and you'll be seeing some of this in some future videos down the line. As always, many thanks to everyone for subscribing and sharing. If you'd like to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, it's always massively appreciated, and it really helps me to support the channel so I can carry on making really cool videos. I'll be back soon with some more tech related videos, but in the meantime, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.